Deep in the frozen wilderness of northern Russia, far beyond any village or road, there's a place locals refuse to speak about. They call it the gateway to hell, and the deeper you go into its story, the harder it is to tell what's real and what should have stayed buried. It began in the early 1970s. The Soviet Union was locked in a race, not just for space, but for the Earth itself. While America looked to the stars, the Soviets decided to dig down. Their goal? To reach the Earth's mantle, the mysterious layer no human had ever touched. They called the project the Kola Superdeep Borehole. At first, it was pure science, a quest to understand our planet's secrets, its heat, pressure, and the unknown world beneath our feet. But what they found wasn't science. It was something else, something that still echoes today. The drill began in 1970 on the remote Kola Peninsula. Engineers and scientists from across the Soviet Union gathered at the isolated site. By 1983, they had reached a depth of 12,262 meters. That's over 40,000 feet, deeper than any man-made hole in history. It was so deep, the temperature at the bottom reached 180 degrees Celsius, hot enough to melt the drill bits. Then, something strange began to happen. The deeper they drilled, the more they started to hear things. Vibrations, metallic echoes, distant rumbles that didn't make sense. At first, they thought it was the machinery, until the microphones picked up something that no one could explain. When they lowered special heat-resistant microphones to record seismic data, the audio came back filled with screams. Hundreds, maybe thousands, wailing, crying, moaning, echoing as if from miles below. The team thought it was interference, but when they replayed the tape, everyone in the room went silent. The recordings spread like wildfire. Copies leaked. News stations in Finland reported the discovery. Some claimed the Soviets had drilled into hell itself. The story became known as the Siberian hell sounds. Of course, skeptics said it was fake, a hoax. But here's what's strange. Shortly after the recordings leaked, the site was shut down. The scientists disappeared from public record. No reports, no interviews, no trace. Even today, the Russian government denies anything unusual happened. They claim it was a scientific project canceled due to technical difficulties. But people who lived near the site tell a different story. They say the ground still burns, even under snow, that no animals will go near it, that at night the earth hums like something alive. One local hunter told a journalist, "The air smells like fire. The snow melts in perfect circles, and sometimes you can still hear it, like voices in the wind." He refuses to go near the old fence line. He says the place isn't cursed, it's waiting. Satellite scans taken decades later showed something even more unsettling, a persistent heat signature deep below the site, as if the Earth itself was radiating energy. Some scientists said it was magma. Others said it didn't match any known geological pattern. There's also a photograph, one that only appears in obscure archives. It shows the borehole entrance surrounded by rusted metal and broken concrete. But zoom in, and you'll see it. The steel cap that sealed the hole warped outward like something pushed from beneath. Some former workers eventually spoke out, anonymously. They said the pressure readings at the bottom went wild before the shutdown. They described gas bursts, strange light from the depths, and a smell like sulfur and rot. One engineer said it felt like the earth was breathing. Others told of a day when the drill shaft began to shake violently, and a sound rose up through the metal. Not a scream this time, a growl, low, rhythmic, like something alive was moving miles below. The project was shut down days later. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, the site was abandoned. Today, it's a forgotten ruin. surrounded by overgrown weeds, rusted fences, and warning signs. The exact coordinates are available online, but locals say if you go there, your electronics fail. Cameras stop working, batteries die, and the silence doesn't feel natural. Scientists today dismiss the hell recordings as urban legend, a mix of audio manipulation and Cold War paranoia. But others argue there's something deeper. The Earth is mostly unexplored below 12 kilometers. We've mapped Mars better than our own mantle, so what's really down there? One theory suggests that the Kola borehole hit a massive gas pocket, releasing sounds and heat. Another proposes it disturbed a natural resonance deep underground, like the Earth itself was screaming. And then there's the third theory, the one nobody wants to talk about, that what they heard wasn't geological, it was spiritual. A few religious historians point to the story of the abyss, an ancient term for a realm sealed within the earth. It's mentioned in multiple cultures: Sumerian, Hebrew, Greek. A place not of the dead, but of the banished. What if the Kola borehole simply found the door? Today, the site is welded shut. The original Soviet buildings are collapsing into the snow. Tourists who've managed to find it say they felt sick the moment they got close. Dizzy, anxious, like being watched. No one stays for long. Maybe the truth was buried with the project. Maybe the screams were just echoes from a world we barely understand. But one thing's for sure. The deeper we dig into this planet, the more it reminds us. Some things are meant to stay below. This is the Kola Superdeep Borehole, the deepest man-made hole on Earth. And possibly the most haunted place scientists refuse to enter.